pay to play, but they also released the PvE, the player versus environment edition of the game at the same time.
Yeah.
That's all my friends and I play now because honestly, PvP, there's a hacking problem. There's
That's what I was gonna say. It's, you invest all this time into this like realistic sim fucking extraction shooter, only to spawn, see a guy flying across the sky, fucking doing like
180s, like Counter Strike,
and you're just
360s.
It's like,
yeah.
No,
I don't want to stop the momentum. I love the momentum, but I feel like this is one of those like bird's eye pan in moments like they do with Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, where you go like, hey guys, it's Truth Disorder.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Truth Disorder.
We're talking about the horrible, miserable game, Escape from Tarkov. Don't buy it. Buy Arc Raiders instead. It's a fun experience, unless you know you hate yourself, in which case, buy Tarkov.
That's true.
And spend 5,000 hours in it, wasting your fucking life.
Because we are not only real estate professionals that have worn several different hats, we're also nerds.
Yes.
Epic
And
gamers.
Conspiracy realists.
Speaking of epic gamers, go fuck yourself, Battlestate Games.
Go fuck yourself, Battlestate Games. Nikita Boyanov,
Okay,
you fat fuck.
name drop.
You
This is
of
the
all
creator.
people.
This is the creator of.
He's the guy. He's the
Escape
guy.
from Tarkov.
You have wasted so much of my life with your amazing shit game. I love you and I hate you. If I ever meet you, I'll hug you and I'll slap you. But probably not slap you because I want to get sued. Fuck you.
This is what we do sometimes before the podcast. We sit here and bullshit about things, and we're trying to explain to Gary Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how you can customize your weapons, all this stuff, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It is very customizable. There's tons and tons and tons of keys.
It's an incredible game, and they've been working on it for 10 years. The real problem with the game is it's spaghetti code. They've been working on it for 10 years, and as a result, the biggest issue is that whenever they fix a problem, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a gushing wound.
Something else fucking breaks too.
Yeah. And when you put a Band-Aid on a gushing wound, let's say you stop the bleeding, there's 3 other bleeds, so those bleeds bleed harder. That's really the issue with the game. Funny, because the game has a bleeding mechanic, and it sucks. It sucks.
I think they're going full release.
Yeah.
Shortly.
The 15th.
Like, pretty, okay.
Me and all my boyfriends are going to be fucking raiding our balls off. Hey, if you don't call your boys that you're raiding with on a game boyfriends, you're wrong. You're wrong. They're your boyfriends. They love you.
But my story, Gary, is that this whole intense game all leads up to you in your stash. You got your quest made. You're picking your map. Now, mind you, this game was originally, when I invested into it, because it was an investment, it was $150 for the EOD. No. It wasn't base game. It wasn't base game.
You bought the Edge of Darkness.
Yes,
edition.
I had the Edge of Darkness.
There are 4
version.
editions of the game,
Right.
and they actually aren't selling one anymore because it was a scam edition.
Yes, we'll talk about that very quickly. So, it almost. They had but they're in Russia, so they don't
had to give away $50 of in-store credit because people were like fucking losing their mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead, David.
What's funny is the Edge of Darkness was free for me, but.
I got Edge of Darkness for free.
But it's funny because when you read the game, like the explanation of what you get with the Edge of Darkness, it's like improved stash, this and that, blah 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 blah, and it's like any further DLCs or games will be included. And what Charles is talking about is a version came out this year or last year or something. It was a $200 version.
It was the Unheard edition. It was $250 on release.
It wasn't gonna let the Edge of
$100 Now they did give me Arena. Oh, we haven't told them about Arena.
But they weren't going to give the Edge of Darkness players access to anything that the Unheard of edition players were getting.
And
so
they also
it became pay to play.
Yes,
right.
It was always pay to play, but they also released the PvE, the player versus environment edition of the game at the same time.
Yeah.
That's all my friends and I play now because honestly, PvP, there's a hacking problem. That's
what I was going to say. You invest all this time into this like realistic sim fucking extraction shooter, only to spawn, see a guy flying across the sky, fucking doing like
180s, like Counter Strike,
and you're just
360s.
It's like,
yeah,
it may have spent you hours.
That's why I got tired of COD. That's why I get very frustrated by Apex. I was very refreshing to see Battlefield kind of lock in on a lot of Cronus Zen users.
Well, unless you're a VTuber of a certain type of person, but that's a separate conversation we will not get into.
So, today on Truth Disorder, talking some games. I think this is a great time to talk games. I mean, Ernest doesn't really game that much.
Ernest
is
this is great.
Shout out to Ernest.
Ernest has a life.
Hope you get better, or else he does boring stuff instead of playing games because he's not a good gamer. So that's why a lot of people do stop playing games, because they're like, oh, all of my friends are dicks and I can't take the insults. Like,
that's true
I'm
as well.
not great at games. Like I still play Rematch with David sometimes, and I get roasted by his English friend that's out in UK.
Oi, mate, you fucking suck at games, governor.
Who found this bloody wanker? He don't know how to dribble a ball and shoot and pass.
He's like, Gary, what the fuck are you doing?
Gary, what are you doing, mate?
And it'll be quiet for like 30 seconds, and Gary will be like, look, that one's on me.
On top of gaming, we're going to talk a little bit about screens and kids, how big companies depend on Snap. Hurricane makers. Yes, there's a patent for a hurricane maker. A little bit of Pfizer data, and how immigrant criminals are being classified as white.
Yep. Now let's finish off the gaming segment. I think that everyone
should have a gaming segment every time.
Yeah, we should have a gaming segment every time.
I agree.
Well, and here's the thing, guys. So like I have 5,000 hours in Tarkov. Legitimately, like I would say like 1/4 of that's in my stash. The other quarter's in raid. The other 3/4 are in raid. The game fucking sucks. The guys who made it really love what they're doing. I'm proud of them for finishing it, but I hate them for making it. Don't buy it. Don't play it. Play Arc Raiders instead. Arc Raiders is amazing. It's a great game. You can play it with a friend who doesn't know how to play fucking games. You can play it with your boyfriends who raid with you every time in another game. It's just amazing.
You make it sound like heroin.
It is. I have 100 hours. It released on Thursday. I have 100 hours in that bitch.
I mean, heroin users, I'm pretty sure, say the exact same thing.
Hey,
I
Siri.
hate heroin. Why did you make heroin? Heroin is so...
How many hours has it been since Thursday last week?
Do you want me to use ChatGPT?
You fucking moron. Of course I
Siri
do.
does that to me all the time
Just
now.
do it.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. Last Thursday was October 30th, 2025. From Thursday at 12 a.m. to Wednesday at 3:29 p.m. is 5 days, 15 hours, and 29 minutes. That's a total of 135 hours and 29 minutes. That was from ChatGPT. Check important info for mistakes.
I have slept 35 hours in the last couple days. And the other time
That's
I've been
fucking
playing
crazy,
Arc
bro.
Raiders.
That's crazy.
It's that good.
So we started talking about this because apparently Arc Raiders has come out, and
God,
they
it's
were
so
telling me how amazing of a video game Arc Raiders actually is.
It is.
So-
It's very great.
And it's crossplay, and honestly, like I've had the thing about Tarkov is you run into somebody, it's on site, bitch. Like you fucking see somebody, you're killing them, you're putting them in the dirt because they are gonna take your things if you don't. But in that game, you're running a free kit, you're opening breach doors for the boys. You're like, hey guys, listen, I'm just here to kill this stupid leaper. I'll give you everything in this thing. Just let me live. And they do. And they do.
And they can res you. They can res you.
They can res
like
you.
other teams can like bring out a defibrillator and res you if you're down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's been times where I've seen some clips where it's like, dude's the last guy in his squad. He goes down, but a third party will come in and like wipe him. And it's just this guy crawling on the ground using proximity chat, being like, "Yeah, fuck him up. He's right here. He's
Yeah.
right." It's fucking
because
hilarious.
the thing that's cool about it is you can ping. So you're like, hey, dude, they're like, he's on my. I can be in the Discord. I'm like, hey, he's on my corpse. I'm pinging him right now. My guy comes around the corner, pops him, saves me. We're up. There's 2 left. We're killing that boyfriend on the ground. Boom.
Can you finish him if he's crawling?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do it 2 ways. You can go up and press an indicator button, E, it takes about 5.5 seconds, or you can shoot them to death. Either one works for you.
Yeah.
Now, the funny part is last night, me and my boys, we got a triple. If you're out there and you haven't gotten a triple, fuck you, you suck, and get better at the game.
Or do you have a separate group like of boys and boyfriends, or is there levels to this?
There are boys and there are boyfriends. When I'm with my boyfriends, we're getting triples. We're hitting every breach door. We are the fucking kings of the map. When I'm with my boys, we're having a good time. It's fun. It's chill, but it's
free
not
kits,
the same.
Free kits. You get a free kit.
Well, at this point, I have to bring out gear. My stash is too full. That's the one thing. If you're listening out there, Embark Studios, by the way, oh God, amazing job. If you're a dev there, just be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back. The finals was good. This This is good. You guys have an amazing future. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah. That's true. The finals was very good.
Finals
Did you play that?
Super good.
Finals of what?
The finals of D's nuts, dude. But Embark Studios, we need more stash space.
Fucking grind right now.
We need more stash space. We need more stash space. We need crates, and I know why you're not doing it, so people run their gear. But some of us out here are not going to run the gear anyways because we're fucking monsters. If I can open a breach crate and I can get a Bobcat and an Osprey every raid, give me more stash space to put those away, or fuck you. That's all I have to say. Play the game. Go buy it. It's worth the $60 edition. Buy the deluxe. They earned it.
Okay,
if there was a $100 version, I would have bought that shit too.
Thank you,
And
Charles.
we need to have a community Discord for people to come in and play games.
Play Vidya.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious because we have our Discord, but we could add a community tab. Yeah, and then just have people, if they want to go in there and talk shit about whatever,
if we're in an Arc Raiders raid and you want to talk about conspiracy theories, fucking come through.
It's even better.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm down for that. That'd be fun.
Absolutely.
That way Gary stops getting bitched at by Sam.
I like Sam. Sam's fun.
Gary, I think you have real news.
Oh man. Did you guys bring any content today? I
spent 100 hours playing Arc Raiders. Do you think I thought about anything but that?
So plot twist. So you guys that are, if you watch this, you got lucky. You got lucky because since Ernest isn't here, this isn't even getting posted. So if you're watching this, because you literally got this video from our producer.
Is that true? Is it not getting posted?
Yeah, no. I mean, you're not going to post it. You're not going to post it.
Ernest is not going to post it?
Ernest is sick. Ernest is the only one that does work around here. I'm like, hey, Charles, can you mind doing editing? He's like, oh, I love editing. Well, why don't you edit for us? Well, I fucking made 3,500 hours in fucking Arc Raiders. I'm like,
well, I mean, hey, listen.
I'm busy.
When Arc Raiders comes out, you're a busy guy. I don't have kids, so this is my only time to game. One day I'll have children, then I won't be able to game the same way.
I'll find a wife that isn't mad at you for gaming while you have
my
your
wife
me time.
my wife literally plays games with us.
Gary, David, I woke up this morning. I traded my stocks. I played Arc Raiders. I sold my stocks, and then I rolled in here after getting a glass of wine. That's my life. What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say?
Fair.
And when I go home, I'm gonna play more Arc Raiders. I'm sorry, guys. You're happier than I am, but I'm having more fun.
I love that Dom was like, "What the fuck are we doing here?"
Dude, this is not getting posted.
No, we're posting this shit. This is great.
This is fucking great. We're definitely posting this shit.
Posting this
hey,
shit.
Ernest, while you're on your deathbed, can you post this for us?
hey, Ernest. We all have. Never mind. We're talking shop. Sorry, everybody. The thing that I've been paying attention to this week, in between Arc Raiders raids, when I'm scrolling Twitter and watching YouTube, is the neoconservative split between the America First movement and the people who are pretending that they're MAGA from day one.
Yeah.
All I want to say is Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro, both stumped against Trump in 2016. They stumped against him in 2020, and they stumped lightly for him in 2024. If you think you're the heirs to the MAGA movement, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah. You weren't there. You don't care. You care about something else.
Nope.
Well, all I was going to touch on was the Prop A and Prop B here, local stuff in San Antonio, because I know it's been important for all of us, and I think that a lot of...
Are you guys comfortable saying what your support, pro or con on it?
Oh, I can.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I think there was a lot of misinformation. What's funny is I talked about this with my mom in front of my in-laws a few weeks ago or something like that. We were having like a family dinner, and she was like, oh, I voted no. I was like... Mom, what have you done?
Yeah.
How dare? I was like, I can't wait to go to the polls and erase your vote.
So this is perfect. I actually have not. I really honestly don't pay much attention to local
politics,
stuff.
yeah.
So go ahead, explain it out for
well,
us.
I'm
What's
not a
Prop
politician.
A? What's Prop B?
There's a caveat here. I'm not a politician. I don't really care about politics all that much. I always swing a little bit in the middle. So
you're honest. That's cool.
Yeah, I just want to. Yeah. So regardless, I know from what I've read and the videos I've seen and people who are on the ground that a lot of the taxes that are going to be coming from tourist taxes and hotel taxes to build this arena and this complex. I think that because this is happening, we are no longer going to be in the fucking Stone Age. as a big city. We're a top 10 city, dude. Why are we living like we're not?
Yeah.
I think this should
Especially with
launch
all the growth.
us.
You're seeing all
absolutely.
this new construction go
Dude,
up all over the city.
Somebody approached me the other day about like why San Antonio, why this, why not elsewhere, and I'm like, dude, there's no housing crisis here.
Can I really quick?
We're doing okay.
So for everybody who's not really sure what's going on with this, like I was a moment ago, Prop A is simple. Authorizes a tax increase on hotel occupancy from 1.75 to 2%. So it's a 0.25% increase in hotel occupancy tax, and extends the rental car tax, doesn't say how much, to raise $192 million for renovations to the Frost Bank Center, the Freeman Coliseum, and surrounding East Side facilities in San Antonio. That's the east side of downtown, right next to Kirby, right next to Alamo Heights. And this is going to create a year-round Coliseum complex for events like the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo after the Spurs potentially relocate downtown. That's Prop A. Prop B authorizes a similar tax increase and extension to raise up to $311 million for a new $1.3 billion downtown Spurs arena as part of Project Marvel. And if you guys didn't know, it's very local when we talk about this. Northeast New Braunfels is going to be Northeast New Braunfels is going to be the site of like new movie studio complexes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
100%. So, Texas
because I know
growing.
they do a lot. I know they do a lot. Like Matthew McConaughey shoots up in New Braunfels quite often.
Well, and I disagree with Matt on politics, but the thing I like about Matt is he actually gives a fuck about the state he lives in. Like he and I can disagree all day. Matthew McConaughey does good fucking shit for the state of Texas, and I appreciate that. They're basically going to be doing a project called Project Marvel. It's just a broader sports and entertainment district kind of thing that they're doing. And the Spurs themselves would cover $500 million plus overruns, with the city contributing $489 million.
Right. A lot of people were thinking, oh my God, the city is going to shell up $1 billion for this. And that's just
passed.
Factually incorrect.
They both passed.
Right.
Well, and San Antonio is run, to my understanding, a budget surplus with federal contributions.
So
Maybe
the weird thing, I think a lot of the folks that were against it had a little bit of a PTSD response from the promises that were made for the AT&T Center,
right?
Which at the time SBC Center, I think it was. So there were promises made that by building that out there, they would have developed that side.
Talk about the Frost
town.
Bank Center.
Right. Frost Bank Center. Sorry. So they were going to develop that, but there was really zero.
Well, it's because they were stonewalled at every you can't have eminent domain and people are the people still live around there, right? So you can't just take it over for
eminent domain is evil on its face,
right. And so I think that lost at every sort of vote that was losing. So
for the
promise that they
non-real
wanted.
estate professionals, can you explain what eminent domain is?
Eminent domain is where the government essentially says we're going to give you our opinion assessed value of your property. In historical cases, it's been under, it's been over, it's been right on the mark. It's not really about that. It's more about the government saying we're going to pay you, but you kind of have to take the deal.
Right.
And in cases where they don't, it turns into a litigation battle, essentially, over whether eminent domain is constitutional or not. There have been many different court cases on it. Half the court cases have gone yes, half of them have gone no. It depends on the general makeup of the Supreme Court of the state it happens in generally. Texas is a non-eminent domain state generally, but most homeowners, when faced with the price, will say yes. By the way, in non-eminent domain states, generally the prices are much higher than the actual market value.
Right.
Isn't that funny?
Right. I can see it for like things like highways, but for building some sort of entertainment district on the Far East Side is just not what people wanted.
Well, the Far East Side kind of sucks. Parts of it really suck.
Sorry.
No, but here's the thing, though.
I've sold a lot of homes out there. It's not great.
I am very hopeful about this, that this actually happens, because it's gonna make our downtown look beautiful. It's gonna make our downtown flourish. The local businesses downtown can flourish, and if that happens, that means the homeless population will be pushed a little bit, or maybe we do more things for the homeless population. But we need people to come to San Antonio, not just for the Alamo or the Riverwalk.
And hang downtown and spend some money.
Or lock in
money. That's what the Prop B was for. Was
Right.
going to be that Project Marvel area. Prop A was going to be for the revitalization of the East Side and the rodeo and stuff like that. And that's how I understood that focus.
Mind you, this adds $2 to $100 hotel.
Yeah, and the Prop B thing, I think, is amazing for the city. I think it's exactly what we needed. Somebody brought up a point. I was talking to an agent this morning, and he was saying that, you know, by comparison, if you go to Austin and you look at the Austin skyline, it's absolutely majestic.
Yeah.
It's one of the most beautiful skylines in the state of Texas.
It used to not be like that, but now it's...
And if you look at our skyline, I mean, it's unique, but it's dusty and mid, honestly.
Well, it's classic, like, 1950s height. That's the problem. We don't have real height to our downtown.
No.
And you don't want to overdo the Tower of Americas either, so I can see why there would be some sort of height limitations.
Yeah. There should be a day where the accepted height is higher than the Tower of the Americas.
There should be.
And then there should be a second Tower of the Americas that's even bigger.
Wow.
Sure.
That's the most Trump shit you've ever said.
It's true, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't know that there was because that came from the World Fair, right? Didn't all the other towers come from World Fairs? Because there's one in Toronto, the CN Tower, and then there's one. I didn't know there was one in Niagara Falls.
You just saw it?
Yeah.
Nice.
When we were going down the to the boat thing, we look it up, and there's a tower just like the Tower of Americas.
That's cool.
Just like the CN Tower, and just like the Seattle Space Needle.
That's neat.
Conspiracy?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's a fucking nuke.
Holy shit. Oh, imagine.
News breaking. No.
The Tower of America is sailing over our city.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
No, but I'm really hopeful. And you know what this could mean? And I know it's...
It was part of the World's Fair.
Oh, cool.
It was the city's. It was the centerpiece for the Hemisphere in '68, celebrating the city's 250th anniversary.
I just didn't know if the CN Tower also was, and the Seattle Space Needle also was.
Oh.
But so to finish my point.
Fuck Seattle.
To finish my point, I know that the missions are...
No, don't worry. Their politicians are doing it for them.
Yeah, easy.
The missions are trying to move downtown as well, right? So then we have the Nelson Wolf that will be...
That's going to be awesome. By the way,
that's needed. That's definitely needed.
It is. I went to a missions game last year. Oh, that sucked. It was nothing like it was back in the day.
The sun is just baking you, and you're like, oh God.
So here's what I'm really worried about when it comes to the revitalization of our city.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say a hard R. Okay. Graffiti and littering is retarded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It pisses me off to drive through my beautiful city that I grew up in and to see just trash all over the place. Keep that shit in your car until you get to a trash can and take it out of your car and put it in the trash. It's not that hard. And for graffiti, dude, what are you doing? Put up a sign.
Well,
is this your territory? Well, fucking put up a sign.
Well, it's super funny too because like even Japan, like they don't have a littering problem. Because it's a crime. It's like a real crime there. And nobody does it. It's just like socially unacceptable. You're an asshole if you do it.
You guys thought I was going to go the other direction. Y'all are crazy for that.
I didn't think you were going to drop a...
No, I didn't think that.
Okay.
Anyways, that was close. The issue in Japan is they do have graffiti. They do have graffiti. I don't know how you stop it. I don't know how you stop graffiti.
You put up more beautiful things. I genuinely think so. I think it. Yes.
I think so too.
I think
so too.
Because there are some parts of our town, and even in Austin as well, that have really nice murals, and you don't really see graffiti around them.
Fair point.
But it's an opportunity, I think, for artists to express themselves, but also cover up.
Yeah.
But as far as the trash thing goes, like we just went to Canada.
I think there are two aspects of graffiti. One of it, like there are people who legitimately are trying to express an artistic intent, and there's also people who are.
Well, it really comes off as autistic intent.
There are people autistic intent. God damn it. There are people who are ogres.
I'm a little autistic. I can say
There are
that.
people who are ogres inside their hearts, and they feel the need because they are small and little inside of their souls to act like they're bigger by doing something else. It's why people, like you guys have met people where like they're like aggressive for no reason. They're just shitty for no reason. It's the same exact thing. They're just externalizing it onto tagging something beautiful.
Right.
That's the problem.
Do it somewhere else.
Yeah.
No, because doing it on a thing that's beautiful, some people can only destroy.
Fair
And
point.
so they destroy as a result.
What's hard about it is going to be more policing, more cameras, things like that, and then you have a police state. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're just,
God, yeah. Well, and culturally, it didn't used to happen. Like, it didn't used to be as much of a thing. And it's like, I kind of wonder if that culture is just completely gone. Like the same way that Mesopotamian culture is gone. Like whatever they were can never really happen the way that it happened now.
The more
right?
people you have, the more problems you're going to have, regardless, right? So as far as like socially acceptable, I mean, we have a lot of people here.
Yeah, and it's illegal to tag. That's the problem too. It's already illegal to tag. It's defacement of property, private property, and/or government property, as well as an additional charge for doing tagging. Like, and it doesn't stop it. It still happens.
I'm talking about trash though as well, because I mean,
trash,
you could have 1,000 people littering daily, or even just the garbage truck driving down the road that's not all the way closed, and you've got a dirty city.
Yeah, it's like, how do you make people care about the place that they're living in? Well, I mean, they have to care first, and you can't make somebody
themselves.
care. Yeah, you can't make somebody care. You know, that's the tough part.
To finish up though about the stadium, I'm really hopeful that Nelson Wolf, you know, that whole thing is going to be. They'll do something with that. I don't know. We're not going to bring in another. Probably tag it. We're not going to get another team.
Let's give the Nelson Wolf Stadium to taggers and let them just convene and have a tagging convention in there quarterly. And if they know what quarterly means, right? And just have them show up to the Nelson Wolf Stadium and tag away. Just tag all the little things you want to tag. Do your tagging.
I can't wait.
You know what I'm saying? Just
I can't wait to see illegible gang signs all over the Nelson Wolf Stadium. Don't do that, please. I'm just kidding.
But here's the fun part: if we get several groups that are opposing to all show up in the same place, then they destroy each other.
Like a Hunger Games thing.
See where I'm going with this?
Nice.
Like a Gangs of New York situation.
Yep.
Yes.
You got.
Yes.
Who's gonna volunteer as tribute? Taggers out there, coming to a stadium near you.
I think David could lead the charge. You're very autistic. I mean artistic.
I just fucking finish this fucking point.
Go ahead, finish your
ahead.
fucking
What are
point.
you
I just want a fucking NHL team back. Or an AHL team.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a
hockey games are fun.
We're gonna have a full-blown fucking stadium on the east side, just sitting there.
If we get a hockey team, I just want to let you guys know this for the single guys out there.
Hockey.
Single guys should not vote for this. You know why? Because there's this theory that 95% of women on Tinder recycle through the same like 10% of guys. If we get a hockey team, 95% of women that are looking for dudes are going to recycle all of those guys because bitches love hockey dudes. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I found this out.
Yeah, it's true.
Bitches love hockey dudes.
It's the hair.
It's the missing teeth. They're just, they're all that is man.
And you know what else
archaic,
too?
like beat the shit out of each other on some ice.
That's what it is. Football has been so pussified. You can't do anything anymore. Otherwise, it's a foul. MMA is about to go the same way. MMA is about to go the same way.
Yeah. Here's the separator. Football people make too much money. Right. The hockey guys, they're not up there yet. They're still, they're doing their hockey thing. Then they go to the bar, and nobody knows who they are, right? And so they're just out there just fucking.
It's not true. It's not true. I'm a big fucking. I'll know who they are.
Are you gonna fuck them?
No.
Thank you.
Okay.
God. Yeah, honestly, set up punchline. Keep going, Gary.
That's what I'm saying.
Utah just got a fucking hockey league or hockey team. Utah.
Yeah, and say goodbye to the Mormons.
What the fuck? It makes sense. The Utah Mammoths.
Yeah. Dude, they wear magic underwear. They have to let out their aggression somewhere, dude.
I'm just saying, we've got almost 2 million people in this city. Why the fuck do we not have a professional baseball team, a football team, a fucking
baseball
hockey team?
Baseball makes no sense. Baseball makes no. Why the fuck do we not have a baseball team? Now, hockey I get because guys, listen, gentlemen, I find that Hispanic people do not care about hockey. It is what it is. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true, but it's crazy because Hispanic people love baseball. When I played baseball, my entire team was Hispanic except for me.
Yeah, is there even a Spanish word for hockey?
La hoquia.
Silent H.
Loquia.
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 Loquioyo.
Loqui.
Okio. I feel like I'm speaking Native American.
Whoa, dude.
This is fucking wild.
Dude, don't click your tongue.
This is
don't
wild.
click your fucking tongue, dude.
This is wild right now.
Okay, but seriously, so here's the thing. Here's what I love about baseball. Here's what I love about baseball, and you can say what you want to say about it.
It's boring.
It's the tradition. No, what I love about it, not
what you hate about it.
What I love about it is the glizzy experience. Okay.
Gary loves a big fat wiener in his fucking mouth.
Every stadium, how original, Charles? You're better than that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, it was weak.
Every every stadium has their traditional glizzy experience. They all have their own flavor glizzy, basically.
Bro.
They have specialty like meals. Not everyone has a specific glizzy.
The smart ones do.
That's true because because some of them have like hot beef sandwiches or like nachos or that kind of thing.
Yep.
Dude,
I
and
get
you
where you're
just
going.
know the San Antonio glizzy would go fucking nuts.
Hard. Thank you.
Wait, have you ever heard of
I'm talking dude, we're putting fucking I'm wrapping that glizz
Bacon?
and it's got bacon,
Jalapenos?
Grilled jalapenos.
homemade
Flamin' hot
tortilla.
Cheeto. Oh, there you
Homemade
go.
tortilla, wrap that bitch in a homemade tortilla like a crunch wrap.
Oh, Jesus,
that-
like a sausage on a stick, but
and
better.
then put that in a Texas toast bun.
Whoa,
we're doing double carb?
with brisket on it.
With and top it off with some queso. Are you buying that?
I'm buying three.
I'm only going to watch baseball to buy that.
I'm buying 2. I'm throwing up and buying 2 more.
Yes, dude.
So
and you know how I'm throwing up? I'm taking a really large bite into my throat.
So there's a popular hot dog.
With the what?
There's a popular hot dog that came out of Tucson called the Sonoran dog. Have you heard about it?
What, does it fucking give you a DMT N5
It's
experience?
out of Mexico.
You guys get over there?
Sonora,
Guys are, like,
Mexico.
licking the toad? What do you mean?
Sonora is a state in Mexico, and the Sonoran dog came out of this. So I would imagine we'd have something similar to it, right? It's got
Sonoran dog sounds like it has actual dog in it.
Dude, I'm Sonoran hearing
It's
about
got,
this Sonoran dog right now, dude. Fuck this.
So as far as San Antonio, like the culture goes, this one is pretty close. It's got jalapenos on it. It's got like a sour cream. It's got pico de gallo. It's bacon wrapped, and it's in like this. It's got like almost like a split bun like that.
You want to show that to
Pinto
them?
beans.
For anybody else that wants to be sober and throw up.
It's got green chili sauce.
No, that's
I'm just saying ours would be similar to that. I think.
What would the SA Glizz be called? What were we gonna name that masterpiece we just concocted?
The what?
Oh shit!
If you didn't hear, he said the torta pounder, which is an excellent idea. I was thinking the river dog because it feels like you fished it out of the San Antonio River Walk.
The River Glizz.
And if you've ever been here, you don't want to be in the river walk. It's disgusting in the water. The outside is beautiful.
Yeah.
Please come visit and spend your tax dollars here. I mean, our tax dollars here.
River Glizz.
I don't know. What the fuck would you call it, Gary?
River Glizz. I love that.
River Glizz.
Yeah.
Easy.
God, it's so good.
Yeah.
God, it should be. It should be the River Glizz.
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited about this actually manifesting at some point, and then not getting any royalties
Why don't we have
off
a
of it.
baseball team?
That's what I don't understand. I don't fucking
We
understand.
have a soccer team, right?
I thought we know.
We do.
We don't have a
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
No, wait.
It was 40 left.
No.
They
No,
just
wouldn't.
won the title. They just won the title.
Yeah, no, we lost the football team.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. I get
I
that.
thought we lost the soccer team too. Or
Bro, I'm gonna be
Really?
pissed.
They renamed themselves, right?
The San Antonio FC?
No, these are Scorpions. These are Scorpions.
Wait, hold on. Is this breaking news? No.
Mortgage Wonderland. Yeah, that was.
That's the San Antonio FC. It's been like that for a few seasons.
Yeah. So what are they gonna do with the Toyota Center situation?
The Toyota Field?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just swore they left us.
Oh, we need to find this out. I think we pissed off Charles. He
He's very passionate about stuff.
scared the shit out of him.
Yeah, I could have swore the Scorpions left us. Or are they called the Scorpions? They were called the Scorpions.
No, it's the San Antonio FC. They just won the fucking. I'm about to be pissed. No, they're still a roster. They're like 2 years in a row. They've been in the finals and won. Actually, they may have just won.
What are you googling? Are you googling?
I'm on SanAntonioFC.com. They're part of the USL, which is right under the MLS.
Did you Google? Are they leaving us?
No? Why would I do that?
Because that's what we want to know.
Okay.
Dude. I know they exist.
Is the San Antonio FC leaving us?
The fuck? Have you ever used Google before, bro?
Yeah, it was posted 1 month ago. They're leaving. UCYMI, the UFL is leaving San Antonio. Is that it?
Dog, that's the Brahmas, Dom.
Is that the
UFL,
Brahmas?
that's Ultimate Football League.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what are you getting your news from? You're
Bro.
freaking scaring the viewers, bro. They're over here
God
like, oh,
fucking damn it,
dude,
dude.
this isn't dishonesty disorder. Goodness gracious, bro. I feel like CNN right now. Holy smokes.
My bad. I
But
thought
they
it was-
play against like the LA Galaxy
Yeah,
B team and the Atlanta United B team. So this is like a legitimate soccer club. I don't think that they would leave.
Yeah, we would hear
It'd
that.
be crazy.
Yeah, there's a pretty good soccer community here.
Oh yeah. That's why I'm like, why don't we have an MLS team?
Yeah, one out of every 4 people in San Antonio love soccer.
When Brooke moved here, she was like, oh, I'm not finding enough soccer. I'm like,
yeah.
Soccer. She was like, no, soccer is way more popular in Alpharetta, Georgia. I'm like, no, the fuck, it's not.
No, it's not. What the fuck
we
are you
live in
talking
literally
about?
fucking Little Mexico, and I was like, trust me,
So ain't nobody playing soccer on a plantation.
When I played soccer, I'll tell you what.
Did you just?
What? Yeah, have you guys been to Georgia before?
There's
I've
a
been
lot
to
of
Georgia.
plantations.
There's a lot of plantations there. I'm not saying that in like
they
a
do not
weird
play
way.
soccer in it. It's a lot of space that
when
can be
I
used
was-
for crops.
I drove all over Georgia, and that was one of the things I was like, this place has a lot of plantations that they still call plantations.
Yeah.
that's it's.
They got like
that's
little
what it
homes in the
is.
front of them.
Yeah, and they got like the big
Those aren't guest
pillars.
houses.
Yeah.
You would think they are, but they aren't.
Holy moly.
They were
donut
guest
shop.
houses.
Moment of silence.
But I'm just saying, like, on the east side, we're going to have a gigantic arena. What are we going to do? We already lost things like River City Rock Fest. Love that. Guess you don't know what that is. It was like a fucking 2 or 3 day festival where they
But
had.
we're just dead silent.
I saw Lincoln Park there before
That's sick.
right before Chester died.
Oh shit.
It was crazy. That
You
was
know what's weird about that connection between me and you? I saw Chris Cornell at the concert in Jacksonville, that big old fest, like a month before he died. Really crazy.
But River City Rock Fest was this like insane festival. It was an awesome festival. We had huge bands coming down, 3 stages. It was incredible.
That's cool.
We don't have. It was at the AT&T Center at the time, but now it's Ross Bank.
Did we ever have a Vans Warped Tour here? But that was at Frost Bank. No.
I think that was at the.
I think no, that would have been.
I think that was at where they had the
Freeman Coliseum or
yeah,
something
Freeman.
like that.
I think it was the Freeman.
The problem is that San Antonio lives in the shadow of Austin when it comes to music. As an avid, every year I lived in Austin, I went to ACL.
Right.
I saw Lionel Richie and the Chili Peppers one year. Oh, Jesus.
Like together.
It's fine because like
They were the headliner each night, Saturday, Sunday.
if we don't do the music thing, that's totally fine. But at least, dude, we've got a shitload of people here that could spend money. You know, we're not. That's probably the reason why is we just don't have a lot of high-end earners here in San Antonio. So, and then when the ones that are high-end earners, they just go to Austin.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of the highlight of the year being all of the former high school slewers getting excited for the Chris Brown concert.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It does suck.
It's like the one-off concert that.
Like, oh my god, it's life-changing. It's like I just spent $10,000 on fucking nosebleeds, bro. Like, just watch a YouTube video.
Well, so are the Spurs going to go back to the Alamo Dome and the Alamo Dome's being reimagined or something like that, or
so.
is that what's happening?
I think that's the plan.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
That'd be
they're
awesome.
supposed to put like the parking lot on the other side of the highway. That's going to have like an easy way to travel over to the stadium, and it's going to be easier to go in. Another thing they're going to do is they're going to make this like massive family
Land bridge.
The land bridge is going to be really cool. They're going to have like a very family friendly. Like nightlife situation.
Yeah, that's already being built.
Yeah,
that was being built. Like
there's already a cool area with like the playground and all that shit. So, all I care about is just making sure that none of the riffraff gets in there and ruins it for everybody.
Right.
That's it.
It just has to be. It has to be governed not just by police, but by ourselves. Like we have to be the ones like setting the example, going out to these things, showing people that we go out to spend money and we like enjoy ourselves and not fucking cause problems.
Yeah.
Don't go out there with your torta and fucking like drink 35 fucking Bud Lights and start fighting everybody.
Well,
Don't do that shit.
That's what's
You
happening all over the
can
country,
bring your
too.
torta. You can drink 35 Bud Lights, but you have to behave yourself. And that's the thing. It's classic theory as well. The more beautiful and the better the entertainment in public spaces, the more the people who would go cause those problems don't cause those problems. When you entertain the masses, they don't cause problems. It's bread and circuses. It's so fucking easy.
Yeah. Let's just love our city, man, and stop fucking treating it like shit.
And love our tortas.
And love our tortas, yeah.
Love and honor.
Have you ever had a torta ahogado?
No, I don't. There's nothing about a torta that's appealing to me.
Que esta.
Like literally, I'm just
You're talking about the food or the woman?
the food.
Okay.
Well, both.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like tortoise?
No.
At all?
I love tortoise.
Tortoise are great.
Wait, the women or the food?
Oh,
The food. We're talking about the
I'm
food.
not into-
Talking about the food.
not into-
So there's a place that Guy Fieri went called Rojo Pork and Bread. Oh.
Why can't you say it like the rest of us? Guy Fieri. Why do you
Oh, I
say
thought it was Fieri.
No, why do you better than us or something?
it's okay. In Arc Raiders, I call the Bombardier the Bombardier because in French that's what it is, and everybody makes fun of me every time I say it.
That's
So
how it's-
it is what it is, David.
Do you guys know how to spell bougie?
Bougie.
Look at this fucking
Nerd.
torta.
You set me up. You set me up, you fucking piece of shit.
This thing is fucking.
Here, show it off,
this thing
David.
is lit.
Show it off, David. I want to see. I want to see a torta.
You gotta show the camera again.
Damn, I'd spend $20 on drinks on that and bring it home.
It's really good. Yeah. It's,
I just don't.
the
Gary
fucking bread
hates
is-
fun.
You
Gary
don't
hates
like
fun.
pork
I
either?
like fun. I love fun.
Is it haram?
Big fun guy. No, it's not haram. Just not.
Is it wrong? Dios mio, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, this is fucking maybe maybe Ernest is here to stop us from fucking doing this shit. Because we've been going off for like 35 minutes or so with just fucking talking.
Dios mio, ladies and gentlemen, is insane. You got to let out your San Antonio a little bit more often.
Holy shit.
It's nice to see you so cultured.
I know it's because I had a glass of wine before this.
Yeah, we need to get you. We need to get you into some more Spanish words.
Yo hablo un poquito de español.
Oh, yeah?
Sí.
Okay.
Sí.
Bueno.
C'est comme le français. C'est presque le même. I used to live in France. I speak French. I speak French fluently. I can read French. I read War and Peace in French, David. Don't be surprised. Anyways, and that's why I call the Bombardier the Bombardier.
You sound like you're married to the French PM.
I love everything about France except for the French PM. Yes, and also his husband, wife. Who knows? We're gonna find out apparently. Yeah, France is great, but it sucks. Anyways, San Antonio is great, but it sucks.
So
we need more public infrastructure, I think, and not buses and shit. Nobody cares about that. That's for people who have no cars.
So I'm super. I feel so. Holy crap! That actually registered late with me. That's insane. Shout out to VIA and everything you guys do for our community.
I love it when I drive by a VIA station. I know my tax dollars are paying for it, and I see it fucking completely empty at 9 o'clock in the morning and at like 3:30 in the afternoon. It's awesome. I love seeing that.
Yeah, putting that big infrastructure out there and past North Stone Oak, like close to Spring Branch, really didn't pan out.
Dude,
No, the bridge too. The bridge that comes over the highway. It's gotta
Yeah.
be so fucking expensive.
When I come climb, I just think, man, that costs like $20 million, and I never see a single car there except for the bus driver's car. The bus driver parks there.
I accidentally exited off one time, and I was like, "Oh shit! How do I get
Dude,
back?"
I bet the guy in the security camera was like, "Oh my god,
God,
we
what?
got a customer! Guys, the first customer! The
Set
first
the
customer!
alarm.
The first customer!"
20 years.
Yeah, I mean it's
the balloons
Texas.
just release and they all just fucking fall to the ground because they're deflated.
It's Texas. Like everybody fucking drives.
Well,
And the only reason that like there's any problem with cars is because Obama made that whole thing with cash for clunkers. It used to be you could get a $300 car and everybody had a car.
right, but I think that they did that.
Even crackheads could have cars. I want crackheads to have cars.
I think that they did that because they
That's
wanted to eliminate
That's
the
a hot
amount.
take. Crackheads with cars?
Yeah, and people will die.
Yeah.
They're literal weapons.
Well, because they'd sell them and do more.
Yeah,
crack.
let's say I-35 is already crackheads with cars.
Holy shit. Oh my god. So, in real world news, there was a hurricane in
fuck,
Jamaica.
It's been 40 minutes of bullshit. It's been 45 minutes.
It's been awesome, honestly. So there was a hurricane in Jamaica. It destroyed the whole fucking country.
Yeah, and apparently somebody had pointed out, the concerned citizen on Instagram, that there is actually a U.S. patent for creating hurricanes. Have y'all seen this? U.S. Publication number U.S. 2003//0085296. A publication date May 8th, 2003. A hurricane and tornado control device A method is disclosed for affecting the formation and or direction of a low atmospheric weather system. Audio generators are positioned to project sound waves toward a peripheral area of a weather system. The sound waves are generated at a frequency to affect the formation of the weather system in a manner to disrupt, enhance, or direct the formation. The sound waves can also be projected in a manner to cause the system to produce rain. Bringing that up because Jamaica already has a plan for 2030 to turn it into a super city.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Where are they going to get the funding in 4 years to turn it into a super city?
Why would Jamaica need the funding if the people building the super city and profiting off of it are not Jamaica?
Well, and the problem is going to be too, like it's going to be a Liberia issue where like you have all the right ingredients, but the soup comes out wrong. Like they're just going to make it and it's going to fucking suck.
Like the line?
Yeah, dude, the line is such a fuck up. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how embarrassing that must be for the people who planned it? They're probably already dead. They're probably in the sand somewhere. If you guys didn't know, they were going to do the Saudi Arabian line. It was this giant mega city project that was going to be like a long skyscraper essentially across the ground. Yeah. And like they did part of it and it looks good, but at the same time, there's not that many people.
It's supposed to be like a really compact city?
It's going to be like imagine a skyscraper that goes horizontal instead of vertical.
Right. Okay, I think I see.
Yeah, and it's a cool idea. Like, it's kind of just like intellectual masturbation for architects. Frankly, is what it is.
They have a couple of major projects that they were doing.
I think what happened is, so a lot of people don't realize this, the reason that Saudi Arabia is the way it is because a lot of the princes, like there's like 20 princes, and then there's like a bunch of different like counts, we would call them. They call them something in Arabic. And all these people went and studied at Western universities, and a lot of them got architecture degrees. And so then they come back and they have millions of dollars, and they're like,
billions
of dollars, and they're like, hey,
trillions.
well, some of the princes only have a couple million. They're the poor ones there. But then they come and they do these public infrastructure projects because they have this degree, and they're like, fuck it, I'm not doing anything else besides lounging around and enjoying my harem. That's why they do all the things that they do, really, and good for them.
Yeah, having a harem is crazy.
Yeah, they honestly they did a really good job with a lot of the things that happen in that area.
It's a very broad statement.
I can't wait for somebody
a lot of people disagree with.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't wait for somebody to complain about generational wealth in Saudi Arabia in like.
And to be fair,
that won't happen because they just get
a lot of the projects in Qatar and a lot of the projects in Saudi Arabia were made with slave labor. Hey, I'm not saying that's cool. That's a really fucking bad thing. It's unchristian, but they aren't Christian, so hey, you do what you're gonna do.
Can't wait to come back in 2 months when we get unbanned.
No, I mean he's speaking the truth.
It's just that's a fact. And they aren't shy about it either. They say it. They're like, yeah, we did it.
Well, I mean,
what you gonna do?
If you believe in cloud seeding, and why I feel like I heard about this years ago about them using like natural disasters as a weapon.
Yeah.
And they is meaning I don't know who.
No,
but
there's weather machines. There's directed energy weapons. There's all kinds of stuff out there to clear out cities.
Why haven't we seen the damage? Have you seen the damage on Jamaica?
Yeah, it's fucked.
Oh, really?
It's gone.
I have not seen it yet.
Destroyed.
The only news that I got
Twitter
was from like.
You can find a lot of information on X.
Yeah, Twitter is the only place to look for news
I guess
anymore.
what you have to search for it. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to search for all this stuff, and it wasn't like I didn't see it broadcasted. I'm just maybe I just don't watch the news or anything.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of times that stuff doesn't get broadcasted because then it brings more awareness. And for things like this, they only bring awareness to things like this when they need to distract you from something else that's happening.
Right.
So obviously, if you want to wipe out an entire country and then build over it, the people who run the media aren't going to want to bring attention to that.
Right.
So.
All I was getting my news from was from TikTok. There was like 3 chicks in a yoga studio that were barricading themselves in. They were like reporting like every other hour or something like that.
Imagine being in a yoga studio in Jamaica. Anyways, that was one for my Gen Z fellows. You get what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, it's just the island's destroyed. It's over. There's gonna be tons of private capital that floods to it.
Lots of subtext with that statement.
There's a lot of things going on there. Yeah, it's over for Jamaica.
Okay, let's talk about
Jamaica. It's over. Sorry, dude.
So, what are y'all's thoughts on food stamps?
Oh my God, dude!
We're hitting the hard topics today.
I don't know if we want to talk about food stamps.
You speed running, banning any man.
No, I mean,
Speed running.
40 minutes of nothing.
Here's the problem with food stamps. I saw a lady who was like, me and my family have been on food stamps for 6 generations.
Oh, bro.
And like the point of here's the issue with all of these fucking projects that get pitched to the American people for their tax dollars. The point is we're trying to help somebody out of something, but then we find out 8 generations later they're still on it. It's like, okay, well then this is obviously either it's a crutch or it's a collar. It's one of the two. And it's not helping you up if you're still doing it. And also, just generally these welfare programs, they encourage people to have children out of wedlock. If you're a single mother of 6, you make way more on food stamps than you would if you were with an impoverished father of 3.
And these mothers are training their kids to not get a job because that would affect how much money they make.
Yeah.
So it's better for them to steal in places where they're
Or
not
sell
going to get
drugs.
prosecuted,
Or be in a
sell
gang.
drugs,
Yeah.
or get in a gang. 1,000%.
It literally encourages criminal behavior. That's the whole point. And that's why they did it. They did it on purpose. It was like a nuke. It was like a brain nuke into these communities. That was the point. That's why they did it.
It's hard because I believe in it to a certain extent.
Same.
I believe people should get the help if they need the help. That's why I don't know if it was a few episodes ago where we were talking about mental institutions, things like that. But this is something that I fully believe in. If somebody's having a hard time, they've lost their job, they've gotten hurt and they lost their job or something where they do need government help, I believe that they should be awarded that help.
Yeah.
To an extent, do I believe that they should have $1,500 a month to spend on junk food and everything like that? No, I don't. I think that they should have the necessities like water, clean water. I feel like they should have the fresh vegetables, meats, or whatever they can, like fresh things.
All of the stuff that they're actually able to buy is making them sicker, thereby making them more dependent on government help.
Right.
It's
But they're just okay with
really-
buying 36 packs of sodas, candies, sugary cereals, that kind of shit, and they become comfortable, and it's like, well, why give it up?
Well, and people talk about bailouts to banks and defense contractors, but every single year, food stamps is a bailout to General Mills and Tyson and these other gigantic food corporations.
Dude, S&P 500 companies have entire profit margins that basically depend on government tax money.
Yeah.
The form of SNAP and EBT. To name a few, Walmart, Target, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Kellogg's, General Mills, Conagra, that sounds aggressive, Archer Daniels, Midland, and 10 to 20% of the country eats nothing but corn in various shapes and form. And the corn part, if you shovel, what Cornelius on IG or X is saying, if you shovel infinity federal dollars to obese diabetic Americans so they could spend it on various forms of corn from General Mills and Coca-Cola, then your GDP will go up by 1.5 times infinity.
Yeah, I think that
It's just a revolving door of laundering.
Well, and then also too, part of that argument is fallacious because I actually know somebody in real life and have seen it a million times on the internet where I was arguing against these dole programs in the current state, and somebody said, well, actually, every dollar we spend on food stamps turns into $1.8. Turns into $1.8 of GDP. And I said, oh, great. Okay. Why don't we just devote the entire federal budget to it? Because if we devote $1 trillion, we'll make 2.
Yeah.
We'll make 2. It's fallacious on its face. And the real problem is, too, because it functions as a bailout for these companies, because every year, otherwise they wouldn't make their profit margins that they need to, we end up in a situation where we have a gigantic underclass of people who are permanently disabled by the food that they're eating, and then they expire gracelessly at the taxpayer's expense in a fucking hospital. That's what happens.
Yeah,
the American situation, the American experiment right now is we overfeed people who are poor, and then we overpay for their medical care on their deathbeds, and the taxpayer pays for it.
I've always wondered what the My 600 Pound Life people are actually how they're working. Most of them don't work because they eat all day. And so I'm like, how can they afford those groceries? It's got to be thousands and thousands.
It's interesting to me that none of them are ever single. So for any of you,
they always have a partner.
For all you single people out there, stop being a bitch. There's someone out there for you. Just lower your standards a little bit. Maybe gain a little weight.
People don't know how to looks match themselves. That's the issue.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so my question is then, how do we police the actual benefit? Should there be a reassessment, like a term date? Like, hey, I've come down on my luck. I can't afford groceries. I need to apply for this. I apply for it. I get it. I get an allowance based off of how much I make. If I'm, majority of this country who believes that minimum wage should be your end goal job, then, I'm never going to strive for anything else. So I'm just going to lump myself into that. But how long should I have?
I think we're past the point of no return.
You know what's funny? I was about to say the same thing. It's like the Tarkov issue where you're putting a Band-Aid on a guy with 8 open wounds. Like, you can't actually fix the issue because, okay, so we do that. Like, let's say we change the way the dole works. Okay, well, the problem is that you can't survive on minimum wage.
Well, I was just talking shit because a lot of people think that they can.
No, you're totally right.
And it's like,
no, you're totally right. Though.
You have a 50-year-old person
you're
that didn't do anything their entire life, and they're still at McDonald's.
They're screwed.
I'm not talking shit about people who work at McDonald's. I'm just saying in general, like if you're okay with the way your life is, that's fine. But why is the federal government having to subsidize your income because you are okay with a high schooler's job?
Well, and then also, I mean, remember in the 1900s, if you lost your job and you couldn't work, well, you fucking died on the street.
Holy shit! I mean, it's true.
That was human history up until 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And that's human history in 90% of the world right now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we're doing this experiment, and the experiment's going badly. And I'm not saying that I'm happy about that, but like, what are we actually going to do here? Like, somebody's going to have to make a hard choice one day, and we have to make that choice sooner rather than later, because later it's going to be an even worse choice. I think they should get rice, beans, and green vegetables. Rice, beans, green vegetables.
I think, because
living in like this like ghetto luxury
it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Well, and not only that, there should be a way to stop the selling of food stamps, because I don't know if you guys know this, a lot of people sell their food stamps.
Yes.
So I mean,
and you can use them at the gas station on cigarettes, sort of thing. And it's just like,
what if
you should not be allowed to buy things that are killing you.
What if you incentivized these family, the breadwinner, the EBT winner? That hurts. But like the person,
our tax dollars winner,
right? What if you incentivize them to make more money if they actually like homeschool their kids? And
fuck no, those people shouldn't be homeschooling their kids. They're retarded.
I agree, but we train them on how to be a better
invest in the next generation rather than
because that's the problem. It's become
I don't trust those motherfuckers at all. They can't even hold down a job. What are we talking about?
But if we had enough, you ain't wrong. But if we fund
Am I crazy? Am I taking crazy pills?
No. But I'm saying, but there needs to be more accountability where there's actual centers that these folks can go to be trained and to be actual productive, and you have to show up, you have to not be on drugs, and you have to actually be held accountable to maintain your benefits.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like
versus what we're doing now.
It should be like a weekly thing or like a monthly thing. It's like, hey, to get your allowance for the next week, you have to have passed this drug test, or you have to have shown that you've applied, or you are working. Like this needs to be a
agree with that. They need to be essentially on probation.
Yeah. Yes, it's a probation. Instead of going on TikTok and saying, "Ooh, I'm having kids," and telling my kids not to get. I saw it on TikTok.
I saw it. See it on Twitter all the time.
Yeah, dude, I see it all the time. It's like, this is how you maximize, basically how you commit better fraud. That like the scale. You know what I mean? We need to go further this way.
You know what the real problem is? 100,000 years ago, if your girl couldn't sew and you couldn't kill an antelope, you fucking died. You just fucking died. And I'm not saying that's a good thing, but for every human generation up until 3 ago, the bottom 10% of society basically just disappeared into the cracks. And I think that we pretend that wasn't just a normal part of how life is in general.
Right.
But we're also, our consciousness is elevated a bit, or maybe it's actually going down now. But
the duck that breaks its wing
for a while.
The duck that breaks its wing gets eaten by a fish and/or a wolf. And I'm sorry, I don't think that we've escaped with the material. Like, we can't produce things on demand in the way that we would have to take care of those people. There is a certain level of Darwinism that has to exist in a society. Like the death penalty. The death penalty is Darwinism, my friends. I'm a big believer in it. If you rape somebody, we should just kill you.
Can't say that. Go ahead and bleep that out with Opus.
Oh yeah, sorry. If you murder someone, we should shoot you in the head. And I'm not saying that should happen to these people, but like they need to figure it out. Either they can or they can't. And I suspect 95% of those people can. They just don't have to. So we need to set up the system so that it forces people to get themselves out of that situation. And that's going to be better for everyone. Everyone in society benefits when we do it that way. And the 5% that can't do it.
Right, but that's because people are just fucking lazy, and the government's not going to just let people. I mean, well, they do a lot.
Yeah,
of the
they
time.
enable it.
Yeah.
Well, they do. Well, they let people die as well.
It's
That's why
easier
we
to
have
control a
homelessness,
society of fatherless people.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, and you're right. That is the point of the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the point of it. It's
People are
turning
fucking
it
lazy.
Turning it into the new Rome full of nothing but consumers that are depressed and addicted to dopamine hits instead of like a sustained, meaningful life. Which, quite frankly, is kind of spelled out in the Bible.
Yep.
You know?
There's just too many people to police at this point. That's why you're saying it's too far gone, because it's like you could start to put stipulations on things like, hey, you have to have a job, or your kids have to be in school and they have to be getting this.
And now we're paying government workers to verify that, and who knows if the
auditing
government workers
yeah.
aren't in on the grift with them. And that's why my point is, it's like we just can't. If you have to create a system that has to be policed, then you don't create the system.
Well, now with AI, I would probably get it streamlined a lot easier.
So to your broken wing on a duck, what would be your assessment or response, or even philosophy for the duck with a broken wing that broke its wing while serving in Afghanistan?
Well, that's a totally separate issue because they were doing government service. Mm-hmm. The person who is generally like has never had a job and has 8 kids.
So there are systems in place to argue.
Yes.
To debate this.
Of course.
There are systems in place to regulate how those benefits are received by said duck that was in Afghanistan.
Up until 5 years ago, was that system well run or badly run?
It's kind of done this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to be honest, because you know it, I know it. There are a lot of people who get bonitis, and they're getting a lot of benefits too.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's wrong. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying, like, there's a big gradient of where that makes sense and where it doesn't. Mm. Somebody getting injured in combat, absolutely, we should do everything we can for them. Somebody who gets bonitis at their desk job on the last day of their service, hey, that's a little bit different. And you and I both know people like that. Mm. I know
well,
like 20.
Well, that's also because there's programs and businesses out there specifically trying to get the best amount of benefits out of that.
If I were to go in right now, if you're a young man out there and you're going into military service, like your last 5 weeks when they're getting ready to give you your DD-214, you should call a lawyer and be like, hey, I got bonitis. Can you help me out? And get your bennies. You should, because they're giving them to you. Just go get them.
If you're waiting 5 weeks before you're getting out, this is coming from a veteran. Go to medical for everything. Don't let your chain of command press you into believing that you're too tough to go get everything documented. That's the bottom line. You have to get every single thing documented, and because you never know, right? Like we were force fed all kinds of vaccines. I had actually a good friend of mine passed away a few days after getting his flu vaccine. And so you just never know. They just shoot us up with a bunch of stuff, and then we have all these chronic inflammation and all this stuff. So if something random pops up, no matter what it is, go get it checked out, go get it documented, because the last thing you want is to get out of the military and then not get something that's going to be covered after you get out.
And you want that disability benefit as close to 100% as you can. You can. Get it. It's yours. I'm a big believer in getting yours. And Gary, to steal me on your argument, here's the thing. Let's talk about the duck who has a broken wing, who is a factory worker who's 48. Mm-hmm. In the olden days, we would have a family structure that would take care of them, and they would have several kids by that time who were of working age. And we don't have that anymore.
We don't.
Really, the issue is... You're talking
about like workman's comp and all that kind of stuff?
No, I'm talking about let's talk about the 1880s. You're a textile worker in the 1880s. You have 5 kids, 3 of them are working. Well, guess what? You're getting taken care of by one of them now. That's how society and human history has worked for the entirety of it up until, again, 5 minutes ago. I don't know how you fix that because we don't have that anymore.
It's a whole entire just societal shift.
Yeah, everything has changed since the Industrial Revolution. Its consequences have been a disaster for human societies.
I agree entirely. And then we introduce the legal immigrant crisis that most mainstream media is ignoring right now.
We want immigrants, but we want them to come legally. I'm over that shit. I'll tell you that.
I mean, I like the fact that, you know, we get people over here that are the best of the best.
We don't, though.
We used to. And
like
now,
when Werner von Braun.
But like now, like there's people that have crossed into our country. We put them on buses. We put them all over different metropolitan areas. Crime is actually going up. There's some statistic that I don't believe, but it says that only 1% of crime is being caused by illegal immigrants. I don't know if I believe that. I think some Democratic candidate from Texas actually just quoted that. But like, for example, there's a rabbit hole that you can go down apparently, but this person, Matt Van Swole, he said he searched through thousands of arrests in his county, and every single Hispanic individual who has been arrested is labeled as white.
Yeah.
Not one, not two, but hundreds.
That's been happening since 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously more statistics being slanted for a reason that goes against, as an antithesis for keeping us safe.
Yep. Well, and the entire thing is too, it's like in Sweden, they don't even, like, the only way that you know that a crime was committed by somebody who was there, who was imported to the country, was because in the guilty verdict that's announced in the media, they can't even talk about the case until then. It says they're getting deported as part of their punishment. And by the way, they can come right back.
Really?
Yeah, just get a new name. Who cares?
That's
Swedish
true.
government doesn't give a fuck.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, they do it on purpose. The people think that this whole immigration issue is like a byproduct of something. It's not. It's the point. It's the point. It's a replacement. They want to do it on purpose.
Yeah. And dude, the grapes in the UK and all that, since allowing a new culture to infiltrate and destroy, have gone up. I think women can't even carry pepper spray. It's actually illegal.
No, it's illegal.
Legal to carry pepper spray.
And you definitely can't have a knife.
Yeah, you can't have a knife. Someone actually just got stabbed by a...
Yeah, it was like 26 people on a train.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's over, ladies and gentlemen. The West decided to kill itself right after World War II, and we're living with the consequences. That's what happened, if you didn't realize.
And if you didn't know why, go look up the Titanic and how the inception of the Federal Reserve actually became a thing right after the Titanic went down. Who was on that Titanic, and who actually didn't, who was supposed to go and didn't get on, and how they were complicit in the development of the Federal Reserve in the 1913s. So...
all wars are bankers' wars is required reading and watching.
And if you think there's a good guy and a bad guy in a war, you're still stuck in the Matrix. Both sides are bad in war. Speaking of bad guys, Pfizer's released their own data on the effects of the clot shot. There were a 279% spike in miscarriages, 487% spike in breast cancer, 1,048% spike in the nervous system, 155% spike in birth defects, 350% spike in male infertility, 369% spike in testicular cancer, 2,181% spike in hypertension, and the list goes on from ovarian dysfunction, myocardial infarction, Bell's palsy, pulmonary embolism, tachycardia. I had no idea what Guillain-Barré syndrome was, and then all of a sudden, Justin Bieber is promoting the shot, and within a few months, his face goes limp. I had no idea. Like, watching sports around the world and seeing random athletes just falling out with some random heart issue at thousands all over the world. So the numbers are there. They had the data the whole time. They lied to you. If you happen to have gotten the shot, maybe consider doing something I'm not a doctor, but in my stupid mind, something tells me that maybe cell health is very important. There's some things that you can look into, like natokinase, NATOKINNACE, zeolites, ZOLITE, there are a couple options that you can look into that are great for cell health and free radical scavenging. I think a good company out there, the ones that we use, just keep on deck, is by Nutricell, modeled after Dr. Peter McCullough's research during COVID. So yeah, look into that. Get your cells right. Start from the foundation and get better and be there for your family. And live a good long life, because that's really all I'm really concerned about, quite frankly. I don't give a shit about the politics of it. I don't give a shit about the people who called me crazy when this thing was popping off. I give a shit about you just getting right and staying right and just being here, so that your people that love you can continue to love you on this planet, and you continue to love them back. That's all that matters.
Oh, and don't forget, part of Operation Warp Speed was they gave immunity to the vaccine companies, so get dicked if you got it.
Yep. For all you Trump lovers out there. Heavy stuff there.
Yeah, it was good. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we can maybe end with another Ready, Set, Parent moment. You guys want to do that?
Sure. I was going to talk about the neoconservatism split.
Let's do that, because this is huge. This is so neoconservatism. Can't wait for you to talk about this, because all the people that pretended to be America first were not actually America first.
The GOP has been going through an identity crisis really since Obama. I'm not a Republican at heart. I believe in a lot of the ideals they pretend to espouse most of the time. I'm probably further to the right of anybody who's currently serving as a GOP member, to be frank with you. The issue has been that neoconservatism, which was born out of the Reagan era, is the idea that liberalism was right, but we have to do it in a way where we don't go any further than the liberals currently were at that moment. The issue is that is slid, and neoconservatism has always been the right wing of the bird of fucking you in the ass, using your tax dollars to fund billions of dollars of pointless wars, billions of dollars of corporate bailouts, billions of dollars of social programs that do nothing but make your country worse. They don't want to conserve anything but the bottom lines for the people who donate to them. That is the point.
Go find out who donates to them.
The issue now that we see is that the younger generations, including the millennials and Gen Z and parts of Gen X, are realizing, like, hey, we've been watching this back and forth fucking. It's like a two-way petting zoo, except we're the ones in the zoo, and we're not doing any of the petting. It's unfortunate. What are we going to do? And now they've said, hey, well, we're going to be America first. And I think that a lot of people scream words like isolationism and evil and you're a Nazi. And a lot of that stuff is said towards the people who just want their country to be for them. And we see that right now. People like Ben Shapiro and Mark Levin and Ted Cruz especially, who all weren't for Trump. Because Trump has his problems, but he's a good stepping stone, I think, in the right direction at least. He at least cares. He at least visibly cares about the country on stage, which you can't say for 90% of the people in politics.
I love that he spoke out against the murders of Christians in Nigeria. However, I want to see some weight behind it. I want to see some movement. Yep. He knows it's happening. We know it's happening. Don't just talk about it, or else I'm going to continue to mistrust. He already jacked up with me when it came to Operation Warp Speed.
Yep.
Okay, that's when I started to really get some red flags on that. And now he's talking about protecting Christians.
Well, and he did it because it was an election year and he thought he was going to try and win.
I think I'm hoping he's not continuing to placate or patronize the Christian vote.
And that's a big question, I think. The issue that we see now
Let's see some action is all I'm saying.
Morons like Mark Levin and Ben Shapiro and Ted Cruz and the guy who runs the Babylon Bee, what's that fucking idiot's name? I don't know, whatever his name is, he sucks. They all are coming out and saying the people that are actually being listened to, like, unfortunately, I'm not a Nick Fuentes fan, but he's one of the ones. Tucker Carlson.
Nick Fuentes is finally growing on me.
I know. Me too. Nick Fuentes, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, the Hodge twins, all of these people who are actually genuinely America first and are asking questions like, hey, why are we bombing? Why are we paying to do an ethnic cleansing in a certain country? Why are we paying that country billions of dollars? Why are we focused on any country besides ourselves? Why are we doing the Argentinian beef deal? Makes no sense. Our beef industry is collapsing right now. Why aren't we helping out our country. Those people, those three I specifically named before, Levin, Shapiro, and Cruz, they're all saying, well, we're the real MAGA. We're the real conservatives. The only thing they've conserved is the post-war liberal order that has been fucking us into the dirt for decades now. They think they have the mantle. There is no mantle to hold. They think that if they can eliminate the thought leaders like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes, that it'll go away. I think people don't realize this. There are two types of thought leaders. There are philosophers, and then there are people who are simply speaking the public faith and the public ideals. Philosophers, their ideas stand the test of time. The second group, they exist because they show the zeitgeist of the moment. If you destroy Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson, tomorrow there will be 10 more. Because they aren't coming up with new and original ideas. Well, in some cases they are, but mostly what they're doing is they're providing a platform to the way the American people feel and have felt for a while now.
They say the hard stuff.
They say the things that everyone's already thinking in most cases. And the funny part is...
Unless you're a beta cuck male.
The last month was spent canceling a staffer and crying about podcasts and bitching about nothing. Zoran Mondani won New York. The Virginia AG race went to the guy who said that he would be happy to kill conservative and Republican children. We focused on the wrong things and we lost. Why are we infighting? Because some people care more about what conservatism is than what's actually working and what's actually winning.
You know what I want to see? I want to see an awakening within the liberal community. I want to see them, as impossible as that might sound, I do know several liberal-sided people who are, it's like they're switching over to moderate or even conservative, but I would like them to stay liberal. I would like them to bring reason to their party. But the thing is that they're scared to. Almost because of the character assassinations that happens by the weaker liberal that doesn't have the wisdom or articulation to make good points with logic. Because the predominant mass of the liberal party has become simply an emotional, violent sect of their, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to insult it, but because I don't want to be inflammatory right now, but healthily want to say that those thought leaders, because you are a thought leader in your liberal space, if you are an intelligent person, start speaking with compassion and kindness and bringing reason to your side, because we do need that balance.
You know what's funny? Because my initial jerk reaction is no, let's drive them out, let's destroy them. But a marriage, a union between a man and a woman is very much like the political situation I think we've had with the left-right dynamic of politics. Women are kind of on the left and men are generally on the right. You know,
when solo,
and you kind of no, well, it depends. You kind of need the balance of the two things. I agree. I think that the issue is that where has liberalism got us? It's got us to this exact moment in time. And so is neoconservatism, for that matter.
Agreed.
I don't personally see a difference between the two.
I agree.
And they serve the same masters.
Yeah, they serve the same masters. Thank you.
And they're
getting paid by they're getting just the same. The person on the check. The from person is the same person.
And the issue that we see now is that we've lost several major elections in the run-up to the midterms on the right side, due to the fact that we're infighting about nothing with people who do not actually support the message and are pretending. It's time to drive out the pretenders. It's time to say they don't matter, because they don't. The only people who listen to Ben Shapiro, they care about either another country more than their own, or they're old and they can't change the channel. That's literally it. Those are the only two people I can think of who actually believe in that. Same with Mark Levin.
And also the guys who take orders from their wives.
Yes. Ted Cruz is another example. I remember when Ted Cruz, Lion Ted, supposedly turned into Lion, Lion Ted, in 2018, I believe it was, right after the midterms, when he really took a stand in Congress, the Senate, because he realized where things were going. These people are opportunists. They're backstabbers. If you have a gun and one bullet and there's an enemy in front of you and a traitor behind you, I'm not saying I would shoot anybody, but I know which one I would hit first. We need to get these people out of the movement, push them away from the body politic in a polite, respectful, and nonviolent manner. And we need to make it super clear that the mantle of American conservatism and making America great again, making America healthy again, and making America prosperous again belongs to the generation that didn't involve themselves in the Iraq War, didn't stump for all of these things. Ben Shapiro did. Mm-hmm. Ben Shapiro in 2014 even said that the Iraq War was a good thing for America. Ted Cruz voted for all the wars that he could when he got into office.
And then where did he invest his money after that?
Big question.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The same place that Nancy Pelosi did.
And I used a metaphor earlier. I would never advocate for violence, but the issue is becoming these people do not care about our country. They care about leading some kind of movement that doesn't really exist. And the people they're targeting do lead the movement. And if they're gone, there will be 10 more people like them right behind. It's a Hydra's head because you can't kill an idea. That's my thoughts on the subject.
Love it. Love it. David?
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just reeling in from all you're saying, really. I mean, for me, I don't care enough. I think I should care more.
Well, you don't need to because you're pretty.
I just...
You're so handsome, David.
Nah, you don't need to care about this kind of stuff.
No, it's literally...
You just got to show up.
I know that it won't... Anything I do, no matter what, we protest out in the street, we fucking do, we call our congressmen, it won't fucking matter. It literally will not matter.
Maybe
because they're going to do it. They're going to do it regardless.
Another thing that
they're going to do it, like you just said.
You're so right.
It's if one person doesn't do it, they'll fucking cut his head off and replace him. And if the conservative doesn't do it, then the fucking Republican or you know what I mean, the Democrat will do it. You know, so it's like it doesn't matter really what we do. I think, and I've always subscribed to the mantra of do right by me, my family, my friends, and just be a genuine good person. Because everything else is just not up to me. Is not.
Have you guys ever flirted with the idea of getting into local politics, local influential stages in that regard?
A friend of mine ran for he was in my door school before.
This is kind of jacked up because him and his friends will roast the shit out of him for losing.
100%. Because he fucking he lost and he was cocky. He was being very cocky about it in Discord. And then he lost and he was like, I'm just gonna fucking move to the Midwest now. And he did. He left. It was a small island in off of the coast of Washington. Or Seattle.
Disconnected. It's shame.
What's very funny is because he's very conservative. Very conservative. And he was running in a very non-conservative island.
Yeah.
But it's where a lot of wealthy people were. A lot of wealthy people.
Do you know why they actually hate Nick Fuentes? It's not for the things that he says. It's because I remember, especially in 2016, there were so many political operatives, especially on the conservative side, saying young conservative men should go get into the trades. And I think there's some merit to that. But Nick was smart. Do you know what he told his people? He said, get into local politics, get into the machine, get into the organization, and infect it with our idea.
And that's what the liberals are doing. They're actively doing that.
The reason they
not just the liberals, but the radical.
The reason they hate Nick is because he sees how to affect change. And that's what they hate about him more than anything. And that's what they hated about Charlie. Charlie created change. And that's where it's all going. We're gonna see more and more political shifts and more political issues because the people who thought the Iraq and Afghanistan war were a good idea, the people who broke the duck's wing on purpose, that was the point. Their power is waning, and they know it. And they know it's over. And they're scared about what's going to happen next. And frankly, in a judicial sense, they fucking should be.
And it's the repeating cycle of starting another war so that we can take out the alpha males who mean well and then leave the families back at home to be the subjects of the government machine.
And that is the exact issue that I think people are waking up to. More and more as we see this schism continue, and the schism is going to happen on the left too. It just hasn't happened yet. I think that with especially how certain parts of the left are running to the left, we're only ever going to see, and this is historical, a very small amount of people will turn to full-blown socialism, communism, everyone else is going to go towards the center, and the socialists and the communists are going to attempt violently to overtake the country. It's what they always do.
I think that's going to.
It's what they always
It's going
do.
to start hard in New York.
Maybe. I think it will, but the problem is that how do you raise an army of people who believe in a cause? You have a uniting principle and idea. New York is the most diverse city in the world, to my understanding. It's very hard to unite that. That's part of why we have multiculturalism in the United States. It's because it's easier to control a group of people that are of different groups, races, and ethnicities. And that's not just a fact. That was a fact that was discovered by Amazon. Amazon discovered that when they were learning how to bust unions in their warehouses. And they purposefully shifted people around in their warehouses to get an even distribution of races and ethnicities because it kept union attempts down.
You know, oddly enough, on the topic of AI, Amazon is allegedly, this is per Execute, that's a Instagram page, or X maybe, it's company.
It's my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, okay. They just declared war. Amazon just declared war on human workers. The company plans to replace 600,000 jobs with robots by 2033, saving $12.6 billion while automating 75% of warehouse operations, according to leaked internal documents. Amazon went from being America's biggest job creator, multicultural job creator, to its biggest job destroyer.
Why do you think they're importing millions and millions of people while also knowing that automation is going to happen? Just think about that for a moment. I think you can figure it out.
Because you changed the vote.
Oh, it's more than that. Why did Rome fall? You know, they actually did genealogical studies in Rome, and they found that during
nihilism.
During the late Empire period, even when the Empire fell, Rome was 80% like Sicilian, and when it fell during the Republic, which is prior to the Empire falling, it was, I think it was like 9.2% Sicilian Roman. The rest of it was Gallic. There were people from various parts of the Mediterranean. They destroyed themselves by doing it. They did it first. They tried multiculturalism, and it ruined the entire empire, really, and the Republic at the time, then the Empire after.
And that was the height of the gladiator wars.
And now we're doing it again, baby.
History repeats itself.
Yeah. And it's sad that it can't work, but it's very clear from history that it doesn't. It works in very limited circumstances.
With enough regulation, I think.
Not even that. It's more of a shared identity.
Well, that's part of regulation.
The Soviets did it well. Isn't that funny? Because think about how multicultural that empire was, the USSR. Like they had Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. They had certain parts of like the Baltics, all of northern Russia. And they made it work. And it's because they had an iron boot. Think about that for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. What are they going to do to you? Why do you think they introduce all these criminal elements of society? Why do you think they do cashless bail? Because they want you to beg for the boot first. You'll accept it easier that way.
Implement digital ID into that, social credit. It's all a bunch of dominoes. So
we should get Charles wine more often.
Thank you.
It's a fun episode.
We should bring Charles wine.
So let's top this off with something heartwarming. Let's give our ode to another Ready Set Parent segment because I feel like I can speak for all of us when I say that it all starts with the next generation. And quite frankly, I like to end with Ready Set Parent because they give a lot of really awesome science-based techniques to raise an effective and healthy, emotionally stable generation. So we think yelling is the only way to get through to kids, but neuroscience shows that whispering has far more power, not because it's quiet, but because it feels safe to a developing brain. Here's why lowering your voice may work when nothing else does. Most parents think louder means clearer. Do you guys have dads that yelled?
Yeah.
Pretty commonly?
Yeah, the first time my dad beat the shit out of me, he would yell.
Good.
Yeah. My dad spanked me. It was the best thing he ever did for me.
I thought that was going another direction. So when kids don't listen, we raise our voices. When they're melting down, we talk over the chaos. When we want attention, we demand it. But their nervous system isn't listening, it's defending. In the 1990s, neuroscientist Giacomo Risolati discovered mirror neurons, the brain cells that activate when you do something and when you watch someone else do it. They're why yawns are contagious. Did anybody know that? Now we know. Why we wince when someone gets hurt. Your child's mirror neurons copy your calm before they understand your words. When you whisper, your body must settle first. Your breath slows, your face softens, your shoulders drop. Your child picks up on that shift before you even finish the sentence. And the opposite is true too. When you shout, it activates the amygdala, the brain's threat detector. Even if you're not angry, volume signals danger. Whispering bypasses that alarm. The brain registers, this person is close, safe, not a threat. Volume pushes them away, softness pulls them in. Then there's the element of novelty. When you whisper in the middle of chaos, the brain's orienting reflex kicks in. Your child stops to listen, not because you demanded it, but because curiosity pulled them in. Think about the last time someone whispered to you at a dinner party, a library, or during a quiet moment with your partner. That's what your child feels too. Whispers don't just settle stress, they create closeness. Now picture your child in the middle of a meltdown. You kneel down and whisper their feeling. As you do, your tone drops, your body softens, your breath slows, and theirs follows. That's not obedience, it's co-regulation. It's their nervous system recognizing, I'm safe with you. This isn't just instinct, it's ancient wisdom. In Japan, mothers match their child's breath with gentle murmurs. In the Nordics, parents hum warmth into frozen mornings. In indigenous homes, stories are spoken in low tones so children feel the safety of closeness. Whispering isn't new. It's how humans have regulated each other for thousands of years. Somewhere along the way, we started believing louder meant more effective. That firmness lived in volume. That authority needed an edge. But softness isn't surrender. It's strategy. I love you, whispered at bedtime, always lands deeper than shouted across the room. Try it today, folks. In stress, whisper their name. Lower your body to their level. Match their breath, then slow yours. In joy, whisper praise instead of shouting excitement. Make it feel like a secret between you. Anytime, say, let's whisper together for 10 seconds and watch both your bodies reset. Whispering isn't weakness, it's power that doesn't need volume. For the child learning to trust their own calm, for the parent who wants to lead without force, sometimes the softer your voice is, the louder your message of safety becomes. Thoughts?
You say a lot there. But then you see videos where it's like, hey Maya, you need to calm down. Maya, and then you hear the dad out of the background, hey Maya! And she, oh shit, my bad.
Yeah, that's
what happens now.
When I acted up, my
happens in my house.
My dad would beat my fucking ass, and I learned real quick not to do it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I'll be beating my kid's ass too.
I think there is a time,
theoretically,
there is a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
If it affects their safety, highly recommend belt to ass.
Yeah. Well, and in public too. I mean, like it's a leadership thing too. It's like you praise in public and you correct in private. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Agreed. That's how you build the confidence.
Yeah.
But
and think about why, like, naturally, like, and I've had you know, I had a younger sibling, like I've had younger cousins, like you pick them up and you like turn them over and you play with them in like a dangerous way. And the reason why evolutionarily is you're teaching them that they can take risks with you because you're a safe person in their life. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's why that happens. Yep. Yeah.
I'm going to physically try this because both my kids are.
Well, and they're girls too.
They're at this stage that they're absolutely losing their shit, like constantly. Yeah. So I'm going to exercise this because the way I'm doing it is very, very similar, minus the ass beating.
This is very surprising coming from you because this treads the lines of like gentle parenting.
You see how
with
we
girls,
roll,
right?
Like, no, yeah.
With girls, it's different though. I'll say that. Like I'm not going to beat my girl's ass. It's not cool.
We've been out to dinner. You've seen, my girls, they'll kind of start to lose their shit, and my wife's like, hey,
especially when certain people are around.
Yeah, don't do this, and it's like me at a certain point, I'm hey,
yeah,
and then lock up, okay, and lock up and lock in, yeah, right. We're gonna try this. I'm gonna try a little gentle parenting, and I'm gonna give you guys kind of some feedback on how it's working out. We're gonna test this sucker out. I'm gonna do the whisper thing. I have actually done it in the past without knowing this before.
Yeah.
Of just like sitting. I started naming emotions with my 3-year-old. I think that's been a very effective technique that I've started to do because
that came from Ready Set Parent. I saw that. And there was somebody who new mom or something. Maybe in my office that I remembered that Instagram. I was like, oh, you should check this out if you're having troubles communicating, because I mean it's another human. You have to try and figure out how to communicate, or even at that age, try and get them to communicate their feelings. Right? It's so hard.
A lot of us just as regular human beings have a hard time.
I struggle communicating my feelings right now.
All of us. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like,
and I think that there are certain like safe places for guys to do so. And I think because I know a lot of young guys who try and communicate their feelings in the wrong ways to the wrong people, women they're trying to have sex with. Don't do that, guys.
Give up all your leverage.
Yeah, it's tough.
They call them torta lovers, right? Is that what?
No, tortas don't want to hear that shit either, dude. They actually hate you more than white girls for that. So you gotta watch out there, young men. But it's tough. It's tough, like, to figure out when to be vulnerable with people. I think as a guy, you know.
Dios mio.
Dios mio. Well, that was Truth Disorder.
It sure was.
Minus Ernest. Sorry,
We'll be
Ernest.
back next week. We hope so.
Hope you feel better, and thanks for tuning in. You guys have a wonderful day.
God bless you guys.